Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. I was sitting over at a friend's house and we got to talking, and I thought about a good subject to talk about, and that's pride. And I'm going to work in some equality. Pride is really in Islam, you have to know what pride is as an Islamic term. Pride is something where you reject the truth and you despise people. Now, rejecting the truth means, only arrogance would reject the truth. If you know something is true and you say, no, it's not true, then you're just showing a form of arrogance. You're saying you know better than the truth, or you know better than God. May God protect us from that kind of behavior. And another thing is you're despising people is another source of pride. Belittling people, exalting yourself above other people because you might have political power, or money, or influence somehow in your community. Pride and arrogance is the original sin. That's the sin that got the devil cast out of heaven when God spoke of his intentions on making a viceroy for the earth. And Iblis and told the angels to bow before Adam, his creation. And Iblis said, no, I'm not going to bow to him. I'm better than him. You made me a fire, you're making him of dirt. And that's why he was cast down, So pride and arrogance never gets us anywhere. When you start thinking that you're better than other people, you start offending God, basically. You're no better than anybody else because you came from the same source that everybody else came from. You were both born, you will both die, and you both return where you came from. It says in the Quran that before you're born, you're dead, you're given life, you're given death, and then you're given life again and brought back before God to receive what you earned, basically. So may Allah lead us and forgive us our sins, and may we be led to the right guidance. But the things about certain religions, and I am a very, what you would call, open-minded individual. I believe that there are many paths to Allah or God or Yahweh, Jehovah, but there is only one true way to worship the one true God, and that is the way that all the prophets told us to worship the one true God. That there is only one God, and that you love your neighbor as you love yourself. And you want for every other person and every other creature what you would want for yourself. And the truth and justice and love and freedom and unity, no main religion, no true religion, no true prophet of God ever came saying that God was more than one or anything other than God himself. No true prophet or messenger of God came telling you to hate anyone, except for to hate what God hates. And what God hates is injustice, oppression, racism, arrogance, haughtiness, liars. These things aggravate God. They anger God. And he will leave you astray. He will leave you deaf, dumb, and blind. And it is not your eyes that you can't see with, or your ears that you can't hear with, or your mouth that you can't speak with. But you have a covering of your heart. You can't see with your heart. You can't hear with your heart. You can't speak with your heart. And this is what it is, deaf, dumb, and blind, though they perceive not. This world that we live in is like an illusion. It's like a Harry Houdini magic trick. Inshallah, understand it. This world that we live in is not what we think it is. We've been trained and manipulated, and we've been taught how to perceive life, and we've been given our perception in a roundabout way. Culturally, society-wise, we're trained and we're taught how to look at life, how to look at God, how to view God. That's why so many people say, oh, well, they have this attitude that God is their friend. And they say, well, it's okay to do this or it's okay to do that. That's an ingrate. If you truly believed in God, then you know the truth of God. Therefore, you should obey God. And if you do not obey God, then you should be honest and say that you're not obeying God. You shouldn't try to find loopholes. And I myself have to remind myself of these things constantly, because I heard a lecture on this and it really stepped on my toes, because I find myself a lot of times showing some behavior that I shouldn't show. So may Allah forgive me, and may He put me on the right path, because I don't want to go to hell. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to go to hell. Hellfire is not a place. That's not a metaphorical thing. It's something that's real, and the day of judgment is real, and God is real. You know, I have no doubts at all, because there, you know, I just can't even explain it with words how I know about that God is real. I just can't explain it. I can't explain in words how I was led to Islam. I read a letter on one of my other videos that I posted about how I started feeling this love and this oneness of God, and the fact that there could be many paths but only one true way to please the Creator of the heavens and the earth. And the one true way to please the Creator of the heavens and the earth, is by doing the right things and worshiping the one true Creator of the heavens and the earth. When I read Jesus's message in the Bible, you get you a red letter Bible and you just read Jesus's message and close the Bible, and that's all you need. And then you tell me what Jesus is saying, and then you listen to the church and you say, hold on a minute, what are you talking about? Jesus told me that I would know a good tree by its fruit, and a good tree can't bear bad fruit, and a bad tree can't bear good fruit. It says that devils can't cast out devils, and a house divided can't stand. So good people aren't going to do, bad people can't do good things. I mean, evil is evil and good is good, and the truth is the truth, and all the truth comes from God. God is the sustainer. God is the creator of both good and bad. You can't say that He's not, because He's allowed everything to happen. Everything in existence comes from God. In a way, everything in existence was birthed by God. He gave birth to all this from nothing. He has always been. There's no words, there's no explanation. You can't limit Him. You can't put Him in a box. You can't shape Him and make Him what you want Him to be. He has never been born by a woman. He was never created, nor will He ever be ended, because He is forever and eternal, and it's not humanly possible to be able to explain Him and do Him justice, because He is the creator and the sustainer of the heavens and the earth, and all praise and all worship should be given to Him and Him alone. The problem with exalting people or messengers equal to God, or being God Himself, is your religion. You ain't going to get everybody to do that, because that's not what the prophet said. The prophet said that God is one, so there's too much separating. That part of it, you will never get true believers to bend on. A true believer is not going to say that God was a man. A true believer is not going to do that. A true believer is not going to say that God can't forgive anyone. God can and will do whatever He wants to do. He will lead who He wants to lead. He will give an understanding to who He wants to give an understanding to. He can make a messenger or something out of a donkey if He wanted to. God is powerful. God is God. So instead of debating and having theology arguments, what you need to do is seek out the one true creator of the heavens and the earth, and look inside your heart and see what's right. You know what's right. Everyone that says they believe in God knows what's right. You know that you're supposed to love people and help people and be a light for people to see the light of God. You're supposed to shine. If God is making changes in your life and He's bearing fruit in your life, you're supposed to shine that to other people, to give them hope and to bring them towards the love and the mercy and the forgiveness of God. And may all of us be able to do this. Inshallah, I pray and hope that you take my words and not see it as raya, not see it as me trying to show off or gain recognition, but see it as a man who is trying to enlighten and unify and say, let's love each other. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a messenger. I'm not nothing. I've never been to a seminary or any of this. I am only a man. I'm only a messenger or a Muslim. So, and I love everybody. I love Christians. I love Jews. I don't care what you are. If you want to know the truth, I'll tell you the truth. If you don't want to accept it, then fine, that's good. We'll just go on together and we'll love each other for the sake of the Creator. And when it's all said and done, the Creator will tell us where we were different. We're not going to be asked about what you did or what he did or what that one did. We're going to ask about what we did, and that's it. No one else we have to be accountable for except for ourselves. Unless you're out there teaching lies about God. You people in religious positions who go around telling people things about God, if you lie on God, you're going to have an issue. And that's why I don't go around telling people that only this way or only that way, because I know the truth, and the only way that you'll please God is by the submission to God, but I can never say what God can and cannot do. I can never say nothing like that. I am not God. I've never met God. I've never heard God verbally say anything except for when I read the Quran and the Sunnah or the Bible and the authentic hadiths. And I read the Bible. I can see God's truth in there as well. But I can also see men's truth in there too. I'm talking about the Bible. Please don't be offended if I offend you by saying that. I apologize, but if you turn to Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8, you'll see Jeremiah saying, how can we say that we have the word of God when surely the lying hands of the scribes have falsified it or handled it falsely? Inshallah, I pray that we all come together and start loving each other like the Most High, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, wishes us to. And may we all become His will and give up our will for His. It's the only way that mankind will ever survive. It's the only way we can keep from destroying ourselves. Inshallah, I pray this happens. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wa alaikum salam.